Indy's only 24/7 local live streaming news option. This is WRTV News at 7, streaming now.
The pandemic continues to take a major toll on our state's hospital systems. Good evening, I'm Nicole Griffin. For the past few weeks, we've told you how hospitals in the state are either close to or over capacity due to the high number of COVID patients. Now some federal help is on the way. The U.S. Navy is on its way to at least one hospital system. Members will be deployed to IU health facilities. That's in addition to National Guard units already inside 13 IU health hospitals. We have repeatedly reached out to both local and state health officials to get an update on the situation here. Earlier today, we received this statement from the Indiana Department of Health, and they say, quote, IU Health Methodist Hospital will be receiving a 20-member clinical team consisting of 4 doctors, 14 nurses, 2 registered technicians, and 3 administrative staff. The team is scheduled to be operational by December 24th. And we are continuing to press for answers, and we'll have a more in-depth look at what is happening inside Indiana hospitals as we'll get more information on what you need to know about the Omicron variant coming up here in just a few minutes.
And our weather is remaining quiet here across central Indiana, but we do have a cold front that's going to be moving in later on tonight. No precipitation associated with it, but we will notice those winds increasing a little bit here. We'll start to see those gusts close to 30 miles per hour just before midnight and could top 30 miles per hour here as we go through the overnight. But you notice those winds start to come out of that northwest direction, and that's going to be bringing in some colder air. This evening, if you're going to be out there, temperatures that'll be in the 30s, still 35 degrees at 11 o'clock, but we'll talk about how long this quick shot of chilly air is going to stick around coming up.
Pretty strange, yes. Very unexpected.
In a quiet neighborhood.
I mean, I've lived in the area my whole life, but Noblesville, the past 4 or so years.
A recent home break-in in her neighborhood has Elizabeth and others on her block on edge.
Saw police cars yesterday morning at around 10 or 11 a.m., about 5 police cars.
Police say someone broke into this home on Hearst Strand Way Monday night and stole a video game system and TVs.
Last night, we heard shots at about 2 a.m.
Another shock Tuesday morning when the same house was found riddled with bullets.
You know, I mean, I'm sure things happen that you don't hear about, but the things that you do hear about, this is pretty rare for this area.
Neighbors tell WRTV the people renting the house were not home at the time of the shooting. Noblesville police say the renters and the suspects know each other, but police still want anyone with exterior surveillance camera systems in the neighborhood to call them.
You know, things like this happen and can't really do much about it, unfortunately.
With multiple bullet holes remaining and an investigation underway, people are on alert, but not panicking.
I still feel safe. I don't feel like I'm in any danger, anything like that.
Working for you, Adam Schoombs, WRTV.
A major shift in responsibilities for several local police departments is now just weeks away, but not everyone is welcoming the change. The Marion County Sheriff's Office will soon stop transporting people who've been arrested by officers outside of Indianapolis to the Marion County Jail. So what does this mean for your safety and tax dollars? Police officers in Beech Grove, Cumberland, Lawrence, Southport, and Speedway will have to transport those detainees themselves. Leaders from those cities and towns question why they are paying taxes for the transport service if the sheriff's office is not going to hold up their end of the deal.
Obviously, I do not support this. This decision was made by one person, and that was the Marion County Sheriff, who has total control over prisoner transports, observation of people placed under arrest. The citizens of Beech Grove, Lawrence, Speedway, Cumberland, and Southport are paying for this service through their county taxes for public safety. If you are not going to provide this service to us, then on behalf of every single taxpayer in these cities and towns, we want that money returned to these cities and towns so that we can properly provide this service.
We reached out to Marion County Sheriff Kerry Forrestoff for a comment, and his office released a statement citing critical staffing issues, inadequate funding, and the need to focus on staffing for the new criminal justice campus, the CCB, and adult detention center as reasons behind the move. The statement said in part, quote, no other sheriff's office in the state is saddled with the costs of arrestee health care and transportation, costs the sheriff has no ability to control. The MCSO's transition to the community justice campus will double the number of inmates for which we provide direct oversight. Omicron is now the dominant COVID variant in the U.S., making up almost 3/4 of new COVID cases across the nation. Now the White House is vowing to take bold action. We're getting the latest from health and hospital leaders as the focus turns to the Hoosier State.
Live streaming 24/7. This is WRTV News at 7. Streaming now.
Experts tell me there's still a lot to learn about the Omicron variant and note the consequences may be crushing to the state's healthcare system. We spoke with Dr. Brian Dixon with the Regent Street Institute, a research organization tracking COVID-19, to learn what this all means for Hoosiers.
Talk to me about Omicron. What are we seeing Omicron-wise here in central Indiana and in Indiana in general?
Yeah, what we're seeing so far with Omicron is that it's quickly becoming the dominant strain of the disease in new cases. So it sort of went from at the beginning of the month, like 1% of cases or less than 1% of cases, now all the way up to, we think, about half of new cases or higher are due to the Omicron variant.
We have at least one Omicron case confirmed here in the state of Indiana. How many more can we assume we have since that positive test came from earlier this month?
Yeah, so since that case was several weeks ago, I would expect we probably now have several hundred cases of Omicron in the state, and they're probably in multiple parts of the state, although many of them are going to be in our urban areas.
Does Omicron spread more easily? Do we know that right now?
Yes, we know that Omicron spreads twice as much as previous variants, including the Delta variant. So it spreads much more rapidly, not only in Indiana, but in all the other places that we've seen Omicron pop up.
Sure, absolutely. Talk to me. Does Omicron cause more severe illness than we've seen with other variants? Do we know that at this point?
We don't know that conclusively at this point. There's some early evidence that would suggest that, but it's generally in countries with younger populations, so it's too early to tell whether it's more or less severe than other variants.
Dixon expects the number of Omicron cases to dramatically rise in the next several weeks across Indiana. Right now, there are about 3,000 Hoosiers in Indiana hospitals. Dixon says projections increase that number to 4,000 to 5,000 by early January. It's something he says the state has never seen. Working for you, Nikki Dementry, WRTV.
Let's take a look at where things stand in Indiana hospitals. Patients with confirmed and suspected cases of COVID stood at just over 3,000 on Monday. Right now, just over 15% of ICU beds are available. Of those in use, about 36% are for COVID patients and 48% for non-COVID. Our ventilator capacity remains in good shape with more than 66% available. The 7-day positivity rate continues its slow decline. It's at 13.4%. A shocking stat being reported. 118 more people have died with COVID-19. Those deaths occurring between December 9th and Monday. To date, 17,971 Hoosiers have died with COVID-19. And as for vaccinations, just over 54% of Hoosiers ages 5 and up are considered fully vaccinated. That's around 3.5 million people. Of those, about 1.2 million have also received their booster.
1,400 union workers have reached a deal with Kellogg's, ending a strike that lasted almost 3 months. The new 5-year agreement includes a pay increase for cost of living. It ensures that production of cereals like Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops will continue. The union workers will return to the office next week. Rite Aid will close more than 60 U.S. stores in 2022. The company calls it a cost-cutting move. It impacts about 2% of Rite Aid's total stores. Rival CVS announced earlier this year that it would close almost 1,000 stores by 2025. Industry analysts say the closures may be the result of pharmacy overexpansion in the early part of the 2000s. In a call earlier this year, CVS leaders said the chain had too many stores that are too close to each other. An ongoing labor shortage is affecting candy cane production. Seasonal confectionery sales are up 20% compared to 2020, but the largest candy cane makers say they don't have enough workers to completely fill orders from chains like Walmart. There should be enough to get through the holidays.
A warning from the Social Security Administration as scammers try to steal your information and money. What you need to know so you don't fall victim to their latest tricks.
Live streaming 24/7. This is WRTV News at 7. Streaming now.
Well, after a quick dip in those temperatures on Wednesday, they will quickly recover here and going well above average as we get into the Christmas holiday. First things first, though, as we start off our day tomorrow, we are going to have temperatures around 20 degrees, and with a little bit of a breeze, it will feel a bit colder than that. So prepare and layer up for wind chills that'll be in the teens to start off our Wednesday. As we get into the afternoon, it's still going to feel like the 20s. Actual temperature will be in the 20s through about noon, and as we get into the afternoon hours, we've got those numbers in the lower to middle 30s, so slightly below average. Thursday, that's when temperatures are going to rebound already. 41 degrees at noon, 46 for the afternoon number, and you also notice the clouds will be increasing as well. Clipper type system will be passing off to our north as we get through the day on Thursday. No precipitation for us associated with that one. On Friday, a lot of cloud cover, and late in the day, we'll see the development of some showers here. All of the rain variety that will be sticking around even as we get into Christmas Day. But at this point, looks like about 1/10 of an inch of rain is all that will add up to. Put it all together for you now in the extended weather forecast, and there are those climbing temperatures close to 60 the way it looks right now for Christmas Day. And then we get into early next week. We've got temperatures that are still going to be around 50 for the afternoon number, with more chances for rain showers Monday and Tuesday.
Scammers are getting smarter. They're getting away from phone scams and are now targeting your mailbox. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny spoke with the feds about how the scam works and how you can avoid becoming the next victim.
I'm WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny. I'm joined now by AJ Monaco. And AJ, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm the special agent in charge, a criminal investigator, in a unit called the Major Case Unit at the Social Security Administration Office of Inspector General. And we investigate primarily fraud related to the Social Security Administration.
You all are seeing a new trend that's concerning to your agency.
The scammers now, as we call them, the imposters, are sending out actual letters. They're kind of blanketing beneficiaries, or at least most often the elderly or older retirees anyway, with actual letters with letterhead, fake letterhead from the Social Security Administration, trying to get their way into the scam that way.
So these letters actually look legitimate. They've got the logos and everything. They look real, right?
That's right. They have the letterhead, and they have a signature block from from a commissioner.
What happens on the letter that's making people give up their personal information or their money?
The letter says, please contact us. You're entitled to a cost of living increase. If you contact us at this toll-free number, we'll help you walk through it. And that's just not the case. Cost of living increases that beneficiaries get don't need to be, they're automatic. So you don't need to contact anybody. What we think is happening is that's just a way for the scammers to kind of get their way in and maybe steal your personal information, your bank account information.
Why is your agency so concerned about this particular scam?
We'll usually send you a letter. Well, the scammers picked up on that, and now they're trying to take advantage of that. So we're very concerned that people will think that the letter is legitimate. So we're trying to get the word out just to advise people that, scammers will manipulate any sort of communication. So just be on your guard all the time.
How can you protect yourself?
If you get the letter and maybe it just raises a little bit of hair on the back of your neck, it just doesn't sound, the English isn't quite right. I would, if your intuition tells you that, you're probably right.
AJ Monaco, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Kara. Happy to be here.
Recognizing the signs of a scam can help you avoid falling victim to one. Here's what to look for: threats to suspend your Social Security number, threat of arrest or legal action, demand immediate payment, pressures you to provide personal information like your date of birth, social security number, or bank account number. It may also be a scam if the person requests secrecy.
1,400 union workers have reached a deal with Kellogg's, ending a strike that lasted almost 3 months. The new 5-year agreement includes a pay increase for cost of living. It ensures that production of cereals like Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops will continue. The union workers will return to the office next week. Rite Aid will close more than 60 U.S. stores in 2022. The company calls it a cost-cutting move. It impacts about 2% of Rite Aid's total stores. Rival CVS announced earlier this year that it would close almost 1,000 stores by 2025. Industry analysts say the closures may be the result of pharmacy overexpansion in the early part of the 2000s. In a call earlier this year, CVS leaders said the chain had too many stores that are too close to each other. An ongoing labor shortage is affecting candy cane production. Seasonal confectionery sales are up 20% compared to 2020, but the largest candy cane makers say they don't have enough workers to completely fill orders from chains like Walmart. There should be enough to get through the holidays.
Indy's only 24/7 local live streaming news option. This is WRTV News at 7, streaming now.
On January 1st, the city of Pasadena will kick off the Tournament of Roses with a parade. It's a tradition dating back to 1890, and this year, 2 Hoosiers from Indian Creek High School in Trafalgar will be taking a once-in-a-lifetime trip to perform in the Rose Parade. Our Kelsey Anderson has their inspiring story.
Well, 300 musicians from across the country will get together for a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. 2 of those musicians from right here in the Hoosier State.
Gabby Aders is our new musician, and she plays the trumpet.
She's a new musician thanks to a program at Indian Creek High School called United Sound.
It's a national organization that pairs students that have developmental disabilities with their students that are in band, and they teach them how to play an instrument. And it is a really great thing for just making sure that everyone in school has a chance to be involved with music education and to be able to play an instrument and just to be a part of a band organization.
On January 1st, Gabby and her band mentor, Jaden Scrogman, will perform in the 5-mile Rose Parade representing the Bands of America Honor Band.
Gabby, was it hard to learn how to play that trumpet?
No.
No?
No.
Well, it scared me to see how such a little girl can get all that, right? And she was able to do it.
Sharon Hogue is Gabby's special education teacher, and she says she's so proud of Gabby and Jaden.
I get emotional. To have somebody with the special needs and represent Indian Creek High School, and this is the first, it's remarkable. And, you know, these kids and Gabby, they put so much into everything that they do.
Indian Creek is one of the first Indiana schools to join United Sound and make sure music was accessible to all of their students. High school band teacher Amy Hevelin says it's been incredible to see her students, both mentor and mentee, grow since they joined the organization in 2017.
Things that made me fall in love with this school were just how close-knit the student body is, and you know, how well the students work together, and just teamwork, and it's just so great. So United Sound has fit really well into that. It's as good for the mentors as it is for the young musicians that are learning to play new instruments.
Gabby and Jaden will be in California for about a week, performing at Disneyland twice, and then of course at the Rose Parade. You can learn more about United Sound and how to help these students have a great experience in California right now by visiting WRTV.com. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, WRTV.
Thanks for watching. Stream the latest news and weather by searching WRTV on Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, or Apple TV.